Yeah.
Freestyle.
Nah.
Freestyle. You rap. Freestyle.
Yeah. What it does, what it's popping, what it's cracking, lacking, y'all. My name is C. Yes, it is. That's right.
My name is No.
And my name is Dan.
Welcome to episode 101. 101? About Happens Podcast. Motherfuckers in the building. You know, the mother flipping vibe. Who's cracking, y'all? Man's good?
Crack and lacking.
Man's out here.
Yeah.
It's news.
Delicious summer day.
Yes, good weather.
Yeah.
Man's
Uploaded
outside.
on Instagram.
What's on Instagram?
I uploaded.
Have you been posting?
Yeah, I posted.
Oh, I saw
It
it.
was great.
Okay, I want to ask you about that photo, the one in New York,
Yeah, Brooklyn, yeah.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You, the t-shirt was blowing in the wind because Mads looks fluffy.
Oh my god! So, I wasn't even, like, do you know what happened, yeah?
Okay, can we show the photo? So
Yeah,
people can see it?
okay, yeah.
Because need to say so. Nosh, you know what fluffy is?
Like
If you-
on the way to a little heavy, little hefty, little Christmas pudding weight, a little
There
Christmas
you
weight.
go. There you go. That's the one. Thank
Fluffy,
you.
Yeah.
So I was going to text Dan about it. Until I went to say, she was like, no, don't say that.
No, because the thing is, you weren't the first person to say that. I didn't notice it. Me or Mel, we did not notice it until I was texting my friend Solomon and I was like, I need a caption, I don't know what to put. And then I was like to him, he was like, send me the pictures. I was like, calm. And then I sent him the pictures.
You got to go to
do I need to
switch the screen.
Yeah, there we go. And then I sent him the pictures and he goes, the wind makes you look so fat. And I was like, wait, what?
Because Tim's like, damn, like Mads is I was like, he's not.
Like, what?
So I think we should give people
Bro.
a bit more context here as
Mhm,
well.
mhm.
So Dan's been eating like enough like 3,000 calories a day to
Yeah.
try and put on weight. Bad calorie. We keep
Yeah.
telling him to eat better,
This is
and he's
booming.
eating like bad. Oh, can you go back to the screen
Oh,
to see how we're fucked up?
Oh yeah, we are fucked up.
We
Yeah.
didn't fix it. Sorry, y'all. And then just go and choose. Oh, how do you do it?
This one.
There you fucking go. And then just go Canon EOS, and we should be in
This
pizza.
one.
Boom, boom,
Oh,
boom. All right,
really?
back in this. Okay.
Really?
So, Dan's been putting stuff in. So, and you said the other day that you're starting to see the results of
Yes,
the
yes,
of
yes.
the work.
Of the work.
And then we saw that photo, and Tiff, what did you say? Tiff said something funny. She's like, "Damn, Mans's tick up."
Oh, yeah,
And I was like,
so
"Oh,
I,
I need
guess
to tell
that,
it."
that food's working. I was like, I guess the weight gain's
It
working.
works.
Heavy on the waist.
Right? And
It
I was like,
works.
"Oh, I want to tell him," but I'm like,
And he's
DJ
like,
Khaled
"What?"
said-
I was like,
It's-
hey, don't
he's
talk.
exactly it's a DJ Khaled diet. I was like, he's been by the water, so obviously it's like wind.
Yeah.
But it was just like very interesting.
It was really funny.
because like it just looks so wide.
Yeah, I look super wide here. Like, because my friend Solomon said it to me, and I was like, oh my god, I do. I look fucking fat. And then I posted, and one of my friends, Aslan, who messaged me, he goes, you look so fat in this picture. And I was like, it's the wind. And he goes, no, go gym. I was like, oh.
Cold.
I couldn't believe it.
What a savage.
But
Yeah, that
That was
one's
a bit
funny
ticklish.
as fuck.
That's good.
it looks so tick.
So you just didn't even
Oh, right.
notice it.
I didn't notice
Right
it
up the
until-
skirt. It's an upskirt. That's what it is.
Skirt wind.
I literally
It's a
didn't
Marilyn Monroe
notice.
thing.
I'm going to comment that right now.
Yeah,
Upskirt things.
that's
Okay.
the clip for the episode. Something in there.
Upskirt things? That's the episode name? Boom. Done.
Well, yeah, the clip is just something in there we just did.
Yep. It's perfect. But yeah, so it's interesting
Look
to
at
know
that.
because obviously when you're looking at photos, most of the time you're going to be looking at your face and making sure you don't look silly.
Yeah, that's
your
the thing.
body.
That's what I was
Like the face is great for a photo. The hair's good. The hand movements are good. It's just the t-shirt she caught the photo right as a
Yes.
gust of wind hit you.
Exactly.
So it was like people didn't know any different though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, Dad's been letting them calories hit.
Thing.
Mm-hmm.
So funny.
And yeah, I was like, oh my god, I actually look huge in this picture. It's quite funny.
It's very
It's
good.
quite funny. I'm quite happy. Look, that was my goal, to eat 3,000 calories a day
And get fat.
and get fat. So
Get
now
used.
we're here.
Now we're here, and now
To
we
get-
are to get cuddly.
So
What's the
get
next?
fat.
What's the next move once you now that you're cuddly?
I hit my goal weight, so I'm going gym 4 times a week now
To cut?
to maintain.
Are you going to try and get rid of?
I'm trying to get rid of fat and build into muscle, but mainly maintain the weight anyway. So I'm not trying to eat significantly less, slightly less, and definitely less bad stuff.
Okay.
But definitely cut out a lot more sugar. But then I exercise more as well. But then I just can't forget. I can't just be like, I'll exercise and not eat as much because then I'll just lose weight as opposed to
Yeah,
as opposed
I
to
guess so.
maintaining muscle at least. That's what I want to do. Gain muscle and maintain the weight. That's what I want
Okay.
to do. Mm-hmm.
Well, I wish you Godspeed on your.
Thank you. I'm just a bit fluffy right now.
That's just a bit. I'm looking at you. That ain't that fluff. We all got a little bit of fluff, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Except Notion. Notion's been riding so much bikes. He's
Yeah.
Notion's looking less us.
Mm-hmm. Let me just give
Yeah.
you.
That's
Little bicycle.
I feel
bike.
just
Little
like that.
bicycle.
That's a good one.
So you've noticed then, Notion, because this is like, since we're on this topic, might as well keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
Sure.
we've talked about the shit here before, that the beer is an unfortunate thing for your body. It's not great. The more it increased, so I look at all the old photos back in 2016, 2017, when we weren't getting sent as much beer and weren't going and traveling as much for beer, and mans are looking pretty regular. Everything's good. And then as time went on, 2018, 2019, I'm like, oh, mans even fatter. And 2020, obviously the last 2 years, we've been extra bad because of lack of movement in compared to normal. So you have, and I was saying, I don't know if I said it to you, I was telling someone the other day that like one of the cool things about the bike stuff that you have is that it's exercise that's a fun activity, as opposed to like, all right, now I'm going to go to the gym and just lift these weights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot harder for people. So I don't know, you want to speak to how, like almost like the other side of it, like what that cardio has done, and also the strength that you require to stay upright and to not fall on your ass going down these hills because you're mountain biking, as opposed to like BMX, which is all the jumps. You're mountain biking, which is pretty tough terrain a lot. So I don't know if you want to, and your legs, you've told me that your legs are like fucking tree trunks now.
Tree trunks. I'm basically a baby horse, mate. I'm a 6 foot tall horse giraffe. Fucking cunt.
That's
So yeah,
fun.
I basically used to go to the gym and lift weights, do all the programs, and drank the protein, did all that stuff when I was living in Scartown. Represent. So I felt like that was, a very intimidating place for me to go because I was scrawny and lanky and long and skinny and all sorts of shit. Even though it wasn't that bad, it's like cunts of the skinny or whatever. But I just had a real issue with going to the gym because, I mean, maybe it's just a self-conscious thing, but also cunts would just look at you and shit. And I wouldn't be lifting very heavy weights because whatever. But I always had a strong back, so I, got myself together from there. But like when I moved to downtown where I'm at now, I got a regular bike, which is technically a mountain bike. It's a cross-country bike. So I got that and started exploring. So like getting a bike was one form of transport and just another sense of freedom to go wherever the fuck I want. And then I started exploring, I downloaded the app Trail Forks and then started looking around like because it's like, purely hiking, mountain biking, fucking labeled trails. It's all documented. It's very user-friendly, all that bullshit. So I started searching around like where everything is. And it was just up the fucking street. And I was like, fuck. So I started checking stuff out. Started remembering how I used to ride back in 20 years ago in Australia, and I just got things back. So yeah, the initial cardio was hard to get over that hill because like you don't ride a bike for fucking 20 years or do any sort of stuff like that. Even if you do go to the gym, like just riding a bike is hard. Like you burn your lungs out, you can faint, puke, all kinds of stuff. Like I've gone on rides with lots of friends exactly that just puke on the trails, and it's whack. So yeah, so I got over that small hill at the start and just kept doing it consistent, and then I got to a point where my legs built up strong. I got like 15-17 pounds of muscle that stayed on my body, which is the part that I think is the most important, because me going to the gym, eating this protein, I have an ectomorph body type, so I have high metabolism, all that bullshit. When I was eating all the stuff I was programmed to eat, or that I was following the program, doing the protein, I just didn't get the weight to stay on. Even though I was putting all this shit into my body, it just wouldn't stay on. And I found that climbing the hills and the trails in here, there's you have to go up something to go down something. There's no fucking luxury of a chairlift, so you got to put the work in before you go down. So I find like the Don Valley here makes you a fit cunt whether you like it or not. If you want to have fun going downhill, you have to go up first. So it's kind of a reward factor to it. I fucking love nature, so I've always been, escaping to nature to go smoke weed, hang out, meditate, just sit in the sunshine in Australia, and finding the places out here is great. So, yeah, to like summarize, it's like it's the fitness, the fun, the endurance, and skill level that really attracts me. Because then I started finding crazy trails and then getting better and gnarlier, but safely progressing. But it was just like a different kind of exercise, and mental sort of cleanse being in nature. So yeah, it definitely wins over the gym, and it's transport if you need it too.
It's very convenient. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know if there is many. Like that's actually one of the probably most optimal. Like I can't think of like a better situation. Like a lot of people I know, you play football, you like go soccer, like you go play that, you're running around a lot, soccer's super cardio and blah blah blah. I know other people who've got tennis courts across here, you know, shit like that. But like, it's I think it's hard for not everyone can find something like that. I feel like a lot of people, I'm seeing a lot more people getting into different types of biking. I know that like Hillary Pretty Penny, who does our necklaces here, she does BMX
tracks, which is awesome.
Which is cool.
Very specific, very cool.
Very specific. They do races and meets and all that stuff. Our other cousin Dan in Australia, he does like road biking with like the ones with the curly handlebars and stuff, and they do like hundreds.
He does gravel bikes too.
Does that too? Okay, so he's doing
so it's a kind of like, slightly off road, but nothing like I'm doing, but definitely not on the road. Definitely more challenging than the road, but yeah.
Yes, he's doing the thing with the spandex, fucking shirt.
He's so aero, it's a fucking shame. He's like aerodynamic. He's got no hair on his balls or his legs. He's just zooming through the air.
Zipping. Nothing's holding him back. So I was like, he was showing me the amount, like on the Apple Watch, they've got these, it's kind of hard to see. If I can show it a little bit here, there's basically you can see on my watch face, see there's like 3 circles. The red, basically, this is when they talk about Apple Watch, people talk about close your rings. So every day they gamified fitness by having the red one is your move goal, which is like how many calories you burned. The green one is exercise goal, so it's usually about 30 minutes. And then the blue one is stand goal, so how many hours per day you stand to get you off your seat. And it tells you what to do. So the idea is to always close your ring. So today I've closed the first 2 because we went for a decent walk. And I'll finish the stand goal at some point tonight, which will be great to hit all 3 rings. But Dan was showing me his Apple Watch ones, and I think everyone just has 30 minutes per day of exercise, and you can go into the app on your watch, and as you tap on it, it does like the ring around to show you, and he'll go vroom, 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 like because he must have done like 5 hours of exercise that day, so it just kept going. And I think that was from those long rides that he does. Which is pretty epic. Yeah,
that's a different kind of endurance that I do.
Yes, very different. Nothing's really significantly better, but it's you might not be able to do what he do, and he probably won't be able to do what you do, but it's similar-ish, but not quite, right?
Yeah. There's some things that cross over. Like my cardio endurance would be good because I can go for like 3 hours, 4 hours up and down all the time in the dirt, taking jumps, all that kind of shit, and he's just on the road cruising at about 60 k's an hour. I reckon I would do as good, if not better, on a road bike because of my endurance on my trail bike. I absolutely think I would smash cunts on the road, but I don't like being clipped in. I don't like cars. They can all suck all the dicks, mate. So
so it's kind of like
but I want to try it, but I don't want to spend the money to give it a shot because I'm a tall cunt and I need certain shoes, and I can't just like, it's hard to get a road set up without spending all the cash. So I ride flats on my like regular pedals on my mountain bike because it's scary as fuck to be clipped in, bro. And I ain't saying about that life.
Then you can't do anything.
I mean, it's very hard. You have to react before you know you're going to fall. Like you have to unclip, otherwise you're fucked, mate. The bike comes with you, and there's a certain amount of force or tension rather before it actually unclips itself. So it's kind of scary for the terrain that I ride because you usually ride up the top on a ridge or something, and if you clip in, you lean the wrong way, you're actually going to go down the hill with your bike and you're going to get hurt way more. So to me, the risk and consequence fucking shit is like, whew, no thanks, mate. Flats all day, eh?
Interesting. Never thought about that.
Yeah. But road biking is fucking sick, though, because I have buddies around here that ride 100 Ks. They ride to fucking Niagara and back. And it's like, oh, my God.
Wow. Good.
See, that'd take me a while to get up to, but like I could do 100 Ks in a day, but give me a few hours, but.
Yeah, and you've also, like you said, you're going to be on the freeway. Like, there's no other real way to go.
Yeah, no other real way to go. There is a bike path, but you can only go certain, like, 20, 30 Ks. There's cunts everywhere. Sometimes, listen to this, bro. Cops will set up their speed guns, and they'll get you for, over 20 Ks an hour when you don't have a speedo.
On a bike.
And if you're on a road bike, on a bicycle. If you're on a road bike, you're going 40, 50, 60 Ks, fucking easy, cunt. So, I can get 50 Ks on my nubby tired trail bike on the concrete going down a hill sometimes in the city. So like these road bikes can go 80 k's an hour on a downhill with some, so like the cops with radar guns, it's so fucking unfair. So I don't even like riding on the paved bike path in the summertime because they're just like trying to get guns. It's insane.
That's ridiculous.
I know. I've read about it a few times, and I ended up seeing some dodgy cunt cop set up his gun to get cunts. I was like, man, you turn around and go like, get a real job, you piece of shit, dog, mate.
Seriously?
Yeah, but I didn't. Kept on rolling.
I mean, yeah, probably not worth it. But fuck.
Yeah, no.
That is whack as hell. See, you gotta think about your hobbies to get fit.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get.
Yeah, so go to the forest, mate. Jump on a fucking mountain bike and get some dirt under your tires.
I'm
just
not
go
that
slow
interested in it though. That's the thing. I'm trying to find something that I am. Like the
Yeah,
biking
you have to
thing
make it
just
aspect.
doesn't really work for me.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not a nature
Yeah.
guy like you. I'm not. We're gonna get in our because the new place we're moving to has a garage, and we were looking at shit yesterday. And you just get like the little the rubber matting. So I saw it in Home Depot. It's like it's not that expensive, and it looks kind of cool. So we've been looking
Thanks,
at treadmills, and because the garage has like an open ceiling where you see the beams, we could just hang like a punching bag. So I can do like boxing workouts. I've already got gloves, like not heavy. I think I got 10 or 12 pound gloves, or maybe it's 8. Whatever they are, they're not the big
Boxing's
ones.
excellent. Dude.
Yeah, boxing is like the thing because you're keeping your fists up. It's great for shoulders, and then you're putting the force, and it's probably not good for being like jolting your body and stuff. But you don't like punch the fuck out of it. You're just like tapping it, I guess, whatever. So
You can give it a couple belts when you're in the mood.
yeah, give it a little. Yeah, exactly. If some cunt pisses you off, you're like, oh fuck, Bradley.
Yeah, be like, you know what? Goddamn motherfucking brother is a piece of goddamn shit. What a fucking cunt he is. Yeah, fully, eh?
So I'm excited for that and do that. We looked at treadmills and just to start like basically a treadmill. It'd be cool to get the boxing bag, but even if that takes a bit, and just like a weight rack and like a kettlebell or something like that'll get it.
Yeah, you love that.
Going. Yeah,
that's definitely
it's
you.
more my vibe. I kind of like that. Then you can kind of bring a speaker or set up the Sonos or something in there, some shit, so you can like have some music or podcast or some crap and
whatever. So home gym I could bangs with. Going to the gym with other cunts is kind of.
I'm not interested, man. Yeah,
I'll come over and work out with you in the garage.
Fuck
and
yeah.
Pause and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no pause. Don't even pause
No
that.
pause? Yeah,
No
I'll have
pause
to
workout.
Unpause that.
Yeah.
There you go. Click that button.
All right. So what is it? Control Z. Control Z to undo.
There you go. Undo that
Cool.
shit. Let's
Fixed it.
go. Yeah, I hate the shared facilities. That's the one thing I'm done with. It's interesting. Apartment life.
Yeah. Just don't
It's
wipe
pretty
down
cool.
the bench today.
I mean, they don't wipe that stuff down and just like don't put things back and even
not
just
good
small.
enough.
Yeah, I don't like shit. I hate going to gyms. And that's why I don't really go here because I just feel like, and if it's too busy and then you got to wait for someone, like, no, I want to use what I want to use now. So I would just rather have my own shit. I hate it. I'm too impatient. Fucking pricks.
I hate that, bro.
You feel me? That was a big tangent thanks to Dan's fluffiness.
Huge intro, love it.
Huge intro. So shall we start to? I guess first thing is the music, which is you wanna switch those little scenes over far left. There's the fluff. There's the fluff god.
Fluff.
Hey.
That. Fluff god.
Hey.
What up?
Okay, Hip Hop by the Numbers, bunch of projects this week. To be honest, not really anything I am particularly interested in, so I didn't check anything. I'm not even going to mention anything at all because I don't care.
I listened to the Cardi B, Lil Durk, and Kanye West though.
Okay, that was the albums, but yes, moving on to the songs.
Oh,
I listened
sorry,
to that
yes.
too.
That's the only thing I did listen to.
I heard that too. No, should you hear that song?
Nah, mate.
It's called Hot Shit. Yeah, Cardi Durk and Ye. Thoughts?
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Beat was whack. It's just kind of like drums.
Yeah.
There was kind of a hook that wasn't great.
It wasn't really worth it. I just don't.
Dirk
Yeah,
didn't
did
have
he?
one. I don't know. Good question. He rapped on it. His bars were cool. He was fun. He was yay as always, and he said the F word and the N word, which is a big step from the post Jesus is King yay that we'll be waiting for.
Oh.
And he left it in, as in like there's a dirty version with him saying it. So that's a great sign for future. My friend Cam is like straight away. He's like, "Yo, swearing yay's back!" Like it's like crazy.
Oh,
So
see,
he was excited.
man, he definitely gets into that. That's crazy. I wouldn't have even picked that. Like that's.
I didn't
that's a
notice it
sign of-
either.
That's a breadcrumb that he sniffed out. Well
Yep.
done.
So
Okay.
that's gonna be interesting to see what that means for new Yay music.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. What else? There was another couple joints I listened to.
I
Actually.
know Burna Boy announced his new album. It's coming out 9th of July. And they've got quite a few good features and shit, so
That would be
Should
great.
be very good.
Looking forward to that.
Yes.
That could be sick.
Anything else?
I listened to the new Joey Bada song just before. This shit was pretty cool.
Oh, that was it good? I didn't listen to that.
Standard, what you would expect, just straight up.
Okay.
I was like, yep, that's exactly what I thought. Kind of grimy. Beat was cool. He was cool. Didn't really. He sometimes be doing sing-songy shit lately. It was more just bars on this one, which was cool. And what's his name? There was a dude who had an EP, Black Atlas. So he's this singer from Montreal. We were in one of his music videos years ago, and he moved to LA because I think he signed with The Weeknd, EXO.
Oh.
And he's been doing. I guess he's been writing or something. I don't know what he's doing, but he put like an EP. That was really cool. I forgot the name of it. It wasn't on this list here. That shit was pretty cool. What else did we have just really quickly while I'm thinking that? Oh yeah, I just listened to Lupe, Drill Music in Zion.
Oh, okay.
New album. That was cool. I enjoyed it.
That's what I was supposed to listen to during the week. I'm writing it down in my fucking thing right now.
I think it might have been last week actually, which is probably why it wasn't on that list there.
Right.
But yes, it was really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. What else did I say? There's a couple other things I was just going to mention. Because I actually took some time and went through some of the joints. Oh, yeah, I heard the new City Girls and Asher song. No. That's a no from me, dog. What else? Yeah, Where I Belong. That's the Joey song. That's what I went to find the name for. And then the Black...
also, there's the Usher Tony Desk. Sorry, that was the other thing I forgot.
Good one. Yes, I watched that. Did you watch it?
I've seen all the memes.
No.
I've just seen the memes from it.
What are the memes?
Memes already?
The fucking Usher when he's doing the little dancing thing. And
okay.
I see that clip on my fucking Twitter like 20 times a day.
Interesting. I don't think I've even seen it.
I see it so often.
Okay. So maybe I need to know. I haven't been spending as much time on Twitter. Twitter's like pissing me off lately. It's just like, it's too much, man. I feel like everyone's crazy. Anyway, yeah, so the music was fine. I think last week was better. This week was not super flames.
I listened to the old albums though.
Okay, yes, the old ones. So what did we have? Last time we had...
if we go to...
I'm going back here. We had The Coming from Busta Rhymes and
Yes.
Black Diamond from Angie Stone.
Yes. It was... So The Coming was lit.
Okay.
Angie Stone thing, alright.
It was okay. Alright.
It was alright. It
So
was a
not
bit
as-
boring, a bit of a snooze one. Like, it was...
Fair.
Because I know how good
Neo
a
soul can
lot
be.
of, yeah. It was fine. Like, I've listened to a lot more where I'm just like, yo, I'm like, I love this. And the Angie Stone thing was like, I don't hate it, I just couldn't, I didn't care for it. That's what it was.
That's good, because you've
Fair
liked basically everything so far. That was the first mid-response
Yeah,
you've
it was,
given out
it
of
was like mid.
10 to
Every
20.
album.
Every album. That's
Yeah.
fine.
It's not too bad.
I hadn't listened to it for a while, to be fair. There's a song called Green Grass Vapors that me and Nosh and Revelina as a producer, we did a project with in like 04. We used to, in 03 actually, we used to get high as fuck because it's a song about weed and listen to that. That was
Speaking
like
of
the
weed.
jam. There you go. Get Nosh up in
There you
there. Oh yeah, get in there. The fucking jam. And I just always remember that album. Yeah, it's probably a little more chill, and I feel like now you said that, you probably won't like Jill Scott in comparison to...
I'm just
Jill Scott's
comparing
more
I'm comparing this
More
to like
digestible.
the Erykah Badu joint. And
Oh,
I'm
no,
just
no.
like, it's just nowhere
Baduism,
near.
sorry.
Yeah, Baduism. It's just like nowhere near. And if I check my Apple Music, let me check.
I was saying, Notion saying Jill Scott. I agree that Jill Scott's music overall is probably superior to Angie Stone, but it's chill in the similar way. Would you agree with that, Nosh?
Yeah. I just think overall, Jill Scott's music for Dan will be more impactful and a little smoother. I think he'll like it a little more. He might not be like raving about it, but I think he's going to like it more than Angie Stone.
Okay.
I think he's going to practice making babies to it
Gotcha.
Okay, interesting.
for Jill.
Gotcha.
Interesting. The like if I compare the Angie Scott thing to the Music Soul Child thing, D'Angelo, Maxwell's Evan, Hang Sweet, it's like there's just nothing from that album that I was like, oh, this is fucking sick. I need to listen to this constantly. It was alright. It was just alright. It was not my song.
Gotcha. Okay.
Respect.
So then, for next week, I think one we need to do is Aquemini from Outcast.
Okay. Down with that, right.
And then two choices. I'm gonna let Nosh make the call. It would be either, I think it's called Words and Sounds Volume 1, which is Jill Scott's first album, or Mama's Gun, Erykah Badu's second album, which is my favorite of all of Erykah's albums, but I didn't like
That's
it.
the best one there is. Yeah.
I didn't like it when it first came out. It came out in 2000, and it was too slow for me. I didn't appreciate it. And over the years, I kept coming back to it, and I was like, oh, this is the one. Like it
changes the evening.
Yeah, man, it's a vibe. So, which of those two soul albums would you like to suggest?
I mean, I feel like we should chuck in Jill because you've done an Erykah one already, and you know the standard that she can bring. So let's just chuck Jilly in the mix, and we'll talk about Auntie Jill.
Okay. All right. Well then, how about that then?
Happy with that.
Happy with that. Okay. So I'm just writing this down in the note so that we have it. So we have ICYMI and Words and Sounds. I think it's called Words and Sounds, but it's actually, if I have that wrong, my bad. It's Words something Volume 1. I believe she also has Volume 2.
Words and Sounds. Who is Jill Scott? Words and Sounds.
Who is Jill Scott? There you go. That's probably the whatever.
That's a good one.
Who is Jill Scott? That's what it is. So she was kind of a little bit.
And the best one.
Yeah, well, that is arguably the best one. So that has like A Long Walk and those joints on there. And
Golden.
No, Golden's from the second.
No.
Yeah.
This has Do You Remember? Getting in the Way. That's the other one. It's Love.
Big one.
Love Rain, which is a joint. Oh, you just yeah.
Her poetry's
Brother.
too.
Yeah, cool. So this is a lot exactly poetry. So there's a bunch of spoken word type of stuff.
Oh, okay.
I personally don't think you're going to like it. That's why I didn't suggest it in the past. But I thought you might have liked Angie Stone. So now with this, I'm actually curious. I think Notion is right that this is the one you should do.
Go for a walk in the park and put the vibes on, smoke a ting, whatever. Vibe out.
Sniff a line.
Yeah, go straight for the hammer, you know. Just
Wow.
go.
Wow.
Just chuck on.
Why not?
Why not?
Just something chill, like
Just something chill. Just do bumps the whole way through.
I don't do drugs.
Just do keys the whole way. Just
keying it up.
Key it up on John 1.
In front of everyone.
Time, every single 5 seconds you have to have a bump, otherwise you can't.
Just not even
Every time you have a bump.
And if I see someone I know, I'm just speaking to them like, yeah, so anyway. Just,
You mean, oh my god, that's such a
Come
cute dog. What's his name? Max?
I saw a cute dog today.
You saw a cute
Don't
dog?
do
Yeah.
Do drugs.
Do drugs. When Mel does laundry, because she hasn't got a thing, she has to leave her house and do laundry.
Oh, ew.
That's the only thing. It's right across the street, it's fine.
We
there was a
did
dog.
that in Toronto.
There was a dog.
There's
I don't know what dog. It was small, it was really fluffy. It had fluffy ears as well, the dang ears. And he kept on walking around with his tongue out.
Because he's hot. He's
Yeah.
hot. He's having a rough day.
He couldn't keep his tongue out of his mouth. But he would close his mouth, but his tongue was still hanging out.
Oh, one of them?
One of them was
Such a
best
little
one.
fuck.
Best one.
Classic. I saw a golden retriever today. Good.
I saw one on Park. It was great.
That's so
They're
good,
just
right?
so good.
Just the goodest.
Probably the
goodest
most
boys and girls.
well-behaved
Right?
dogs I've ever seen.
It's fucking
So good. So good.
Fuck.
Yeah, you really understand the cute aggression thing, see, hey?
Oh, did we talk about that last time?
Did we?
I've never heard
I
you
don't
mention
know.
it.
No.
I've never heard
So
you mention it.
basically,
Can you explain this?
I
Because I saw it last week, so it's very weird that you brought it up because I learnt about it in something.
just learned about it?
like a week
I
or
didn't know
two.
it was a
I
thing.
knew what it was, but I'd never heard it defined. So there's two
Interesting.
types.
Yeah.
You describe it, and I'll fill in any gaps. No pause.
I heard it from. Yeah, I heard it from a female mate years ago, and
Okay.
she was referring to how cute the dogs were that came into her work, and she's like, "Oh, it's fucking," and then she's like, "They're so cute, I want to fucking," and I'm like, "Don't fucking," she's like, "That's what cute aggression is." I was like, "What?" And then I saw the term pop up on social media, but yeah, so it was directly an overload of cuteness to get her aggressive.
Yes.
Because the dogs were so fucking cute, she was overwhelmed with cuteness, and it turned into a low form of aggression, which is controllable.
Yes.
And such a weird thing. That's the only way that I know. What's the other way?
Okay, so this is exactly it. So there's cute aggression and cute sadness. So what I learned. So I saw it on now I can't even remember. It was on a fucking a reel or on Reddit or some shit. and this girl was talking about her roommate, how she has cute aggression. She's like, "Oh, this dog is so cute. I'm gonna kick it fucking out the window!" Like getting really like, and she's just like, "Whoa!"
That
bro.
reminds me of my first girlfriend. Towards me, mate. And then the most recent one is the opposite. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? You're
I'm in the bin, mate.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, there we go. You're
Yeah, he's caught up.
okay, you caught up. Your face wasn't matching your words. Like everything kind of went off sync. So it was kind
My
of funny.
internet is so shit, bro. I'm sorry,
okay.
guys.
No, you're good.
You're forgiven.
So that's
Old ass building.
yeah. Fuck, the buildings are the worst. Ours sucks too for that. So you are 100%. I don't even have barely anything to add. So it's not a bad thing. It's just called cute aggression. It's like, oh my god, it's such a good dog or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Then cute sadness, which is that's what I'm more of the aggression. Tiff is like a cute sadness. Aww, what a cute.
Oh, yeah, that's the classic.
And you do the.
Yeah,
And it's like exactly it's the not bad face where you post your
No, it's like, there's an emoji for that. It's like wah, but it's so cute. It's like a fake sad cry thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I get from the current.
Yes.
So it's ridiculous, mate.
So that's cute
So
aggression,
weird.
and I think it's fucking hilarious. And Dad just pulled it up on the old Jude's machine. So cute aggression. No.
Very draw out.
Cute aggression or playful aggression is superficially aggressive behavior caused by seeing something cute, such as a human baby or a young animal. People experiencing cute aggression may grit their teeth, clench their fists, or feel the urge to bite, pinch, or squeeze something they consider cute.
Bro,
So-
listen real quick. I've never had fucking cute aggression from a baby. Dead.
Yeah,
oh, no, I don't-
Sorry.
Just
No
animals.
offense to
Just
some
animals,
people's
yeah.
babies and shit, just for the Popeyes, and my tortoise and like other things that are cute and small. So like don't know if mate. No,
Yep.
I just want to make that clear, eh?
I think we're all the same, and I would imagine it's women would probably get more aggressive because wouldn't it be weird if a grown man was like, "Oh, your baby's so fucking cute"? Like I'd be like,
Oh my
"Bro,
god!
What?
stay the fuck away from my child!" Like you know what I'm saying?
Whoa! Take it easy.
Dark it is, all right. But then the sadness is also weird for a dude to do that. But I don't think it's weird for a dude to have cute aggression towards an animal.
Can you have both?
Yeah, I think it's
I think I have both.
okay. Summarize the
Where's the? I'm trying to look for
Oh,
the
this is
other
terminology.
term. It's just
Okay, that was what I basically just read out there. I want to eat you up. There you go. We all say
I
that
want to
shit.
eat you up.
Yeah, because
Well, I have cute aggression to photos or videos of cute things, and then I think in person it's more like, "Oh, you're a sweetheart. I just want to touch your head and give you a little fucking scratch on the chin." I think it's different. I think if it's in person dogs, I'll be like more of the cute sadness, but not in a gay way. Well, whatever. Anyway.
yeah, no, not you.
Anyway, like, so I'm all sweet, cunts.
That's fine.
So it's just
It's okay. We're from the '80s, bro. It's all
I
right.
think in person, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm old, so that's what I would do in person to a fluffy puppy.
Yes.
But like to a picture or a video that someone like will send me just because it'll brighten my morning or some shit. I would get that kind of cuteness aggression because I guess it's not there. Because I wouldn't be aggressive to it physically in person because I don't want to hurt the dog because I love the dog. So
You
like
love the dog.
I think it's a person versus picture thing is on either side as well.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Like, I wonder
Weird,
what.
isn't it?
It's super weird, and I wonder because I've never had like you and I didn't grow up with. Sorry, dude.
We've never broken this down. Like this is a weird thing to talk about.
No, this is. I'm really glad you brought it up because like it was just so funny. It's literally last week or the week before I learned about this. So
Yeah.
like I obviously knew the action, but I didn't know it had a name. Yeah, you're watching Dan Juju in real time. I love it.
I know.
So
Look at that.
you and I had a cat that died when I was like 13, and it was a bit of a cunt
Cassie?
of a Cassie. Yeah, it was like a bit of a scratchy cat that wasn't like let you like, play with it heavy. And we had little animals, fish, birds, mice, little things like that, but we never had a dog or anything like that. So I haven't been around, I don't know about y'all, but I haven't been around young children or animals at any extended period.
Because I'm the youngest in the family as well, and my family didn't like dogs.
And none of your
dogs.
cousins had
No one liked
children.
Yeah, no.
And none of
None of my older brothers have children. Like
none of that, right? And
literally.
same as us, like all of our cousins have kids, but we never really saw them.
Mm-hmm.
I've got friends who
Yeah.
have kids. I never really saw them, and most of them are in Australia. The ones here, I only met our friend Scott's kid like fucking a couple months ago, and she's 2.
Yeah, word up. She's like a big fucking person now.
So I haven't even about to have another. So like, what was
About
my
to get on
point?
that one, mate.
Yeah, that'll get there. Oh yeah, definitely going to meet this one because I'm going to be closer. But the dog. So we are going to get a dog. I think we talked about this on the
I got mates that have dogs over here. Like I've been, in relationships where there's been a dog around for like 5 years. I've been around puppies and all kinds of dogs. So like,
you have.
I think I've been around dogs more than you have from what you just said.
Oh hell yeah.
So like, and also for when I do photography at some of the places I do, there's fucking dogs everywhere. Cunt. Like I live down near the beaches and all that sort of shit. Leslieville, there's dogs fucking everywhere. Cunt. I'm always seeing cuties walking down the street. So I do interact with dogs a lot. I have a few friends that are super savvy on dogs, so I ask them dumbass amateur entry level questions, and they appease my shit, and I get a couple of 1-2s for my dog knowledge category. So I'll pass on whatever I can. But yeah, it's fucking. I like seeing dogs. I love a good dog.
I love
because
the best.
I was always scared of big dogs as a little kid until Mum told me a story. I think I was 14 when she told me, "Oh, when you were 1 year old, you got fucking mauled by the next door neighbor's German Shepherd," and I'm like, the fuck? And she told me that's. I've got these two like literally scars either side of both eyes, right on the edge. Could have gone blind. Wow. It was crazy. So I got gurked.
So maybe that scarred you a bit.
And that's why I was always tentative around them. I didn't know why. Mum told me that story. I was like, yeah, what the fuck? And then I started like thinking like that's got to change because I actually kind of like every other dog except for the big ones. And then I figured out that it was an energy thing. Who's that American? Like Mexican cunt, like Sergio, like the dog whisperer guy.
Oh, I know you're talking about. He's in the Kardashians sometimes.
Whatever that bloke is. I saw
him on one episode of Kardashians.
And his words of wisdom changed my whole life. And then all of a sudden, I wasn't scared or tentative around big dogs, and I commanded my energy better and learned how to be. And that also helped me with dealing with fucking people, bro. Dead set. It was like a progression thing, just to make sure I could handle myself and make sure that the dog knows I wasn't scared, even if it's a big, gnarly-looking Rottweiler or something intimidating. I learned how to get over that, and that was sick, actually. So, a bit of fan of whenever that happened. I think that was like really early, like 2011, 2011, I'd say, was when I got not scared of massive dogs. And then I was just like, I love all of them. I want to fucking all the dogs.
I think you're right about the energy thing, because I used to be shook at them too, and I feel like now I see a dog and I'm so positive and gravitating
towards it. I feel like I'm
not like, oh, it depends if the dog's a bit weird, but typically
if you
step to them, then obviously there's going to be fucked up dogs.
Maintain your shit. If the dog's weird, just maintain your shit and it's all good. They'll just some dogs have been abused and some dogs are fucked up, and unfortunately that's just how she goes. So they're the ones that just don't react the best. And sometimes you can do the nicest thing, give a dog a treat, and they'll just fucking scurry away because they're just shit scared of cunts. Well, unfortunately,
shit owners,
shit cunts, yeah. But yeah, usually dogs are you're right. The energy thing is key, Feezy.
Yes, and so I guess my point was 100%. So my point was, I guess, because we're going to cop a dog when we move, I'm looking forward to having, this is my dog, and now I can be a goose kind of around the dog and just be like, who's a good boy, and all that shit. And like, I don't really get.
Yeah, I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not like, you were around exes with dogs. I totally forgot that you had like the Taz, the Aussie Shepherd, and stuff like that. Yeah. So like, I was never around that. So I want something like in my own home, and I can spend hours if I want just playing with the dude.
Kind of fuck. I don't know how you going.
Yeah, just learn how to. Yeah, I just want to learn how to engage with them like better. And I've been watching like all of mine and Tiff's entire social. We're getting ads for fucking pet food and treats and vets and shit because I've got dog content out the ass. It's great.
What does your explore page look like?
It's dogs, Yeezys, beer, and coffee.
Oh, that's pretty diverse. Mine's got like literally two things.
What is it?
Yeah, let me see what mine is. Oh,
it's
Yeezys and dogs.
Essentially, it's sexy dark-skinned girls and mountain bikes.
I used to have all the chicks because they just give you chicks.
all the sexy birds.
I don't have that no more because I feel like the chicks. If you go to one of my other pages,
and production stuff, beats and mixing in
from that.
So yeah, three things.
So like, hilarious. This is like my personal one, which is just there's Yeezys and there's Dashins. There's some coffee.
I'll show you mine.
And some beer in there. But the funniest thing, if I go to my personal beer page account, where all I follow is beer people, it's all chicks and beer.
Oh my god! No, if I go to my gaming one,
and it's just chicks.
It's just weird girls, and I just don't get why.
That's what I'm saying though. The girl thing is not. And look, cool. Everyone probably follows.
I didn't even search for girls. I didn't even ask for that.
It's just 80 people on this account. And it's just girls.
But I think that's it though.
Ridiculous.
Like, you're not following many people, and if you're not looking for it or following that many accounts, the fact I think it's the go-to thing, if you're like male and they can tell that you're straight or
Yeah.
whatever, they're gonna be like, here's some half naked
It's
chicks.
the
Yeah.
fucking titties,
Enjoy
okay.
the titties. Enjoy.
My For You page used to be filled of weird looking food. Like
TikTok?
sus looking food. No, on
there.
Instagram.
You said for you. To explore and for you.
Shit,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Look at you. Man's
Fucking hell.
TikToking now.
Oh,
My TikTok, no, my Insta explore page used to just be weird looking food, like inappropriately shaped food,
Okay.
and it's just weird. It was so weird. Now it's full of sports and wrestling.
Top-shaped food.
And,
So
Yeah.
I actually found it's pretty easy. So all you do if you want to manipulate, I know we're going so many tangents today, but if you want to manipulate the explore page, sorry, I knocked the thing. You just got to like a ton of all the content you want to see more of. So anything that comes through my feed, if I see as a Dashin, I'll just like it because I want to see more Dashin. So I'm just going to keep serving it to me. If I see more coffee things, I'll like it. If I see more that account, I try not to do beer, Yeezys. Anything that's just got a Yeezy that's a nice photo, even if it's one of those scamming Russian resellers or whatever, I just like it because I know it's gonna. Because that's why if you look at my For You page, it's Yeezy specific. There's occasionally some other shoes and stuff, but it's like 80 to 90% Yeezys because I was able. And one time, I can't remember what happened. All of a sudden, it went back to like chicks again for some strange reason, and I was like, I didn't fucking change anything. So I went and I made sure that day I went and liked a whole bunch of stuff. I think it was probably a glitch or some shit, but yeah, the girl is the like.
That's weird.
The basic
Very
thing,
weird.
and I
Like-
bet for women too. It's
Thing,
probably
like on my mountain bike one, on the Notion MTB, I've only liked bike pics, and there's still
There you go.
girls in the top
See?
corner.
proving the
But then you go down the next little part, and then there's like two of them, but they're actually mountain biking girls. So once you scroll past the first couple lines, and it's actually stuff. So it's just I barely like anything on this account. It's new.
you should
Go and
like
follow it. Notion
as much as
MTB.
yes.
How you going? Fucking
Notion.
4 days, eh?
MTB, like for mountain bike. Go follow him. Great mountain bike content, original videos, and all sorts. It's good. I'm learning
And
about mountain
original
bikes.
audio.
Yes, it's
And
killer.
glad educational too, because that's what it's all about.
Fuck yeah, it is, mate.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
mate.
We have tangented so
Yeah.
hard. Do you want to
So
we'll just go through all these tabs from left to right. Or do you want to change the thing too? Look at this. Dan's just switching it up. Switching.
Right.
So we were kind of in the middle of music. Let's just talk about shit quickly. So this is a new track from Consequence, Bloodstain, produced by Kanye West. Dropped the video. We won't maybe play it now just in case it makes the thing lag. But no, you watched it. Fire.
Yeah. Yes, moderately fire, mostly great. It's just it sounds dated is my only thing, and that's fine. It's just like it sounds like a Kanye beat from like 2005 or mid 2000s, and but yeah, it's still very very fire. Consequence has always been a solid MC. We've both been fans. I know. See, you got me. I'm pretty sure you introduced Consequence to me, and we used to jam out to all that shit. There's a lots of good things about it, but it looks like the video's interesting, and there's a bit of like, how they wear they get their superstar jacket, like that red and black shit he's got on right now. That's full leather. It's got like shoulder pads. It looks like a Michael Jackson Thriller jacket, but like a armored contemporary version when he's got gloves on too. And he's dancing like Kanye in like those stadium status sort of songs when he was getting huge. So it seems a little like pushed. He's done but like that's just it's part of the product and how he's going to sell the fucking thing. And he's like got the there's a little intro thing that Kanye does, and he uses it in the hook. So it's kind of like it's very catchy. So I do enjoy it overall. I give it like it's like a 4 out of 5 kind of thing.
All right.
Not bad.
So I'm also being critiquey because I love Consequence. He's a high caliber MC. This is like it's not fully out of control, but it's definitely worth checking out.
Love it. Well said. Okay,
Nice.
that's repeat game. Next up here, I know we talk about Drink Champs a lot, but they do a lot of really cool interviews for the culture. Yeah, do you listen?
I've listened to some. So I listened to like
Depends
2
who it is.
Chains. It depends who it is, yeah. So this is some.
It's pretty cool. So Chris Brown was on the latest one. This was no specific. I really enjoyed. Look, I know saying anything nice about Chris Brown is kind of like
Yeah.
you're gonna get shot for saying anything. Like, I understand. I know, but that shit was like 15 years ago. He was a child. They were both idiots. I'm not standing up for it because it's still fucked up. Obviously, don't hit a woman ever if you're a dude. But it was interesting to
Awesome.
hear him talk. The guy's been through a lot.
Yeah.
I think he had a bit of a rough run. Obviously, if you get to the point where you're that wilding out and hitting chicks, like, you got famous. There's no one who's more fucked up than child stars, and he was famous at like 14, 15. So, look at Bieber, child star, had a pretty fucked rough run. Jaden Smith, actually not so bad considering.
Jaden Smith is just overall quite weird.
He's just weird.
He's just kind of weird.
But you can name a million. I was listening to Rogan just today, talk to somebody about
Miley
it.
Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus is one he brought up. Yeah. There's a few other people
Katy
as well.
Perry.
Yep. Demi Lovato. He said.
Oh yeah, they're all just...
So many people that were just even like Timberlake, Britney.
Yeah.
Like because they're in the Mickey Mouse Club when they were teens. Christina
Backstreet
Aguilera.
Boys. Any of those big super groups of cunts.
They weren't children when they got big. That was the thing. Like Timberlake and Britney Spears were in the Mickey Mouse Club, so they were, bless you, on the Disney Channel when they were children. Like, as in like 10 to 15 years old type of age group. So either way, Chris Brown been through some shit. He had a lot to say. This, unfortunately, was one of Noriega's weaker moments. He went back to what he did on the Snoop one. He just got too lit and kept repeating the same fucking thing. I really think that DJ EFN needs to have more of a role in this, because when Nori gets fucked up, it's just because it's almost like you can't tell him anything. I think he'd be a pretty frustrating dude to be around because he just gets wild. Unless he gets really drunk and then he's kind of like just like so lit that he's like not even really talking. But it just kind of ruins it because there's so many interesting questions. He did ask some good. This was a good one, all things considered. I enjoyed it. No, should you have any thoughts? I know you said you turned it off because you couldn't stand Nori.
Yeah, because he started to lose the flow of everything, and then you could tell Chris was getting a little agitated, and then he asked him, same thing that Snoop did. He's like, yeah, you already asked me that. What the fuck? Like, and then EFN's like, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, fuck, I'm not in the mood for this shit. So then I ended up going to bed anyway. So I didn't get through all of it, and that was the point where I was turned it off. But yeah, I didn't realize how idiosyncratic Chris Brown is, like how when he speaks, he's so like jittery, like he's always on some shit, and he's hanging his head low, looks like he's really stoned. Like he was smoking big doinks out at Amish on the show. But yeah, that was just weird. He's just kind of, I've never seen him really talk like that. He's pretty jittery.
Interesting. I don't watch it. I just listen to it. So
I always watch it. I always watch it. It's very important to, I've got it on YouTube and I'm doing shit in the kitchen. I'm cleaning, cooking, wanking, whatever. But like, I'll have it on and I just like watching the visuals because I do enjoy watching what's going on. And then the other reason why, you can see how much, even when Chris is talking, they'll have footage on Nori, and you can see him reaching for the bottles, organizing the bottles. He just loves to drink them. Constantly on the shot.
Real quick, dude. You sound like you're underwater or something. Like your audio changed. Something changed.
No.
Oh, come up closer to the mic. Maybe you were just.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
interesting. Yeah. Okay.
No, we're back again. So you can go back. But yes, okay, cool. This is good feedback.
Nori was just too smashed.
Sorry?
Nori was smushed.
Yeah. I didn't know that he does all that. See, because I'm just listening. I'll listen to it like in the shower, or if I have to go on an errand by myself, I'll have it on headphones or whatever. So I don't really sit and watch. Maybe I should try and do it more just so I can see those things. Sometimes I just chuck it on for a second. Okay, that's what he's looking like. That's what he's wearing. That's where it's at. Okay, cool. Whatever, just to try and see. But I didn't know that. There's always like, I'm kind of not surprised because he always just keeps bringing up, need a shot. I'm just like, he must have fit 10 to 20 shots. Yeah. Which is just so much liquor. That is insane. Your liver must be in pain, but you're living on milk thistle in this bitch.
Wow.
Anyway, that one's worth a listen if you into Chris Brown or curious about what he has to say. Speaking of probably people that people don't like too much, R. Kelly finally got sentenced to 30 years for this was the this was the for sex trafficking, human trafficking, racketeering and such. And if I'm not mistaken, there's another trial about to happen for the rest of his charges. Oh wow. He's already 55 years old, so if he's 30 years and you're 85 and gets out of there, I swear they said there's another. Here we go. At the time, it was brought he could face up to 70. A federal trial in Illinois and the state trial in Minnesota. Oh wow! So this doesn't even say what for.
Wow.
So
Robert's
do you
in
guys,
trouble.
Well, yeah, Rob is in some trouble. Do you guys think, is that too much? Is that not enough? Like, not enough? What do you think of
As long as he's locked up, basically.
That'll see him to his end anyway.
That's
and then,
him
like,
to his end. So.
And
Not
other
like he's
things.
Yeah.
Other hearings will probably add on another fucking 10 years or whatever the fuck, or even more.
You give him
So
a
he's
double
not
life.
going anywhere.
Yeah.
He needs to
Although-
just stay there. He's done
Like-
enough.
They sometimes do, they sometimes do them, like, you can serve concurrently. So say he has this 30 years, and then say in Minnesota he gets another 10, and then in Thingo, but it'll be all done at the same time, which kind of makes him redundant, but because 30 years is like more than...
So it doesn't add on.
It depends. You
Oh,
can go
yeah.
either way. There was a dude we were listening to when we drive to Toronto, which I guess we'll deal with next week, but we listened to this thing called the Canadian True Crime Podcast, and they were listening to this one guy, to this one thing that happened actually out near Hamilton. He killed 3 people. One of them was his dad, and every trial they kept adding it. So say he got 25 years for this one, then he got 25 years, so then he had 50, and then he had another 25 to bring him to 75. So he's coming to basically die in jail. That was the first time I've ever heard of him getting consecutive sentence, not concurrent sentence.
I never heard of concurrent sentences.
It's weird that it even
that's
exists. The whole legal system, honestly, the more I hear and like you listen to true crime, because Tiff's into it, so I kind of enjoy it. It's fucking like, it's backwards. Everything's backwards. Like, everything's really strange. Like, the way the world is set up, there's so many flaws in everything, and things could just, it's almost like the whole world is run on, well, we've always done it that way, so, you know, what are you going to do? And, like, even when it doesn't make sense, like, the education system is set up the same way that it was, like, 100, 150 years ago. But I'm like, shit changes, bro. Like, we got to move on. Like, same as government. The reason the electoral college system in the States was set up was so that the people who were formerly enslaved would not outnumber the other people who came here voluntarily. Because when they were emancipated, a lot of people spread around the country, and it left more people in the north and less in the south. So then, if you just go by numbers, who were all the Republicans, which was typically in the south, or the conservatives, wouldn't win anything. So then they made the electoral college so that each state is made up of, they get weighted based on things, so they have more of a weighted say, but that doesn't really apply now. So it should just be votes. Anyway,
Fucking
shit like
hell.
that. Yeah, it's really, really crazy. So that's a whole lot.
That is crazy, bro.
On a more lighter note, the Backstreet Boys
Yes,
are back,
Yes.
and they did their first show, I think, of the new tour in Toronto, which apparently was the first
Grabbing a
place they
beer.
ever did a big show. No worries. So, like, I think that's why they did this. So, and then of course,
Are they Canadian?
Huh?
They're not Canadian?
no.
Okay.
But they, for some reason, I saw I think on this, there was one thing where I saw a clip or heard a clip or something where they were saying, they talked about Toronto was the first place for some reason that they did. Maybe they did their first tour or something.
Okay.
Maybe they did small shows here and there to begin with. When they did a tour, the first show they ever did was Toronto, so they made it the first show back of this new tour was there too. So of course they brought Drizzly out.
Of course.
Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna do a show in
do-
Toronto, not bring
For
Drake
Toronto,
out?
they'll be Drake.
That's
Crazy?
fun.
Crazy?
Are you insane? Are you insane in your face?
Crazy.
So I don't know. I guess he performed "I Want It That Way" with it.
Yeah, he sung like the hook or something.
Did you
He's
listen?
No, I didn't know. So I just saw videos on Complex and shit like that. So I see a lot of people tweeting about Drake saying like he's completed his whole game now. He's just doing side missions. He's just side missions. It's okay. That makes sense.
It's kind of funny.
It is funny. He's just doing his own thing. It's just hilarious. I'm sure he's a funny guy.
Yeah, Drake is
Just
fucking
hilarious.
genuinely hilarious. I like it when like really big people are have a sense of humor like that. Don't take themselves too seriously. Because
Yeah.
obviously he takes himself seriously, but then at the same time he kind of doesn't. He's always been a bit of a clown, bit of a joker, bit of a zany cunt. I guess it's not really
in
good.
the office.
Oh.
Maybe see if we just play it from there, embedded, see how that goes. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes that's what I worry about when we're live. It might not, things might not play.
Yeah.
It's not responding.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, mate.
Okay. Well, we got the point. If we, here we go. It might start. It might start. See a little bit of drizzly. I bet it'll be a fucking annoying ass accent. Oh my gosh! What are you doing,
Sorry.
guys?
Just walking with them on stage.
Yeah, he's dancing with them or something.
Dancing.
Is he
He's
dancing?
just walking. He's just walking.
He's just walking. He's not having a dance.
No dancing.
No dancing, no prancing.
No dancing.
All right. Well, if you want to go watch it, just fucking Google it.
Google it.
Google. Whatever. All right. What else we got? Oh yeah. So I saw this on Twitter yesterday. So Venice, the city in Italy, now has a day tripper fee. So Venice is probably one of the most popular tourist destinations. It's got to be top 5, top 10 in the world, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically because they're getting so many people. Apparently 50,000 people live there full time, but then there's like 1 million people there in a day with all the tourists.
Fucking.
I don't know if those numbers were completely accurate, but I did see 50,000 for the permanent thing, and I imagine it'll be more. So basically what they're doing, they're bringing in, there you go, like a basic fee of
$3.
€3 or €10 at peak times, and you have to book after January next year. You have to book your visit online before traveling, and there's like a QR code because it's overwhelming the tourist destinations. I think there's just lines for everything. Things, you know, there's like rubbish getting thrown in the rivers.
Fair enough.
Just shit
Get
like
your
that
money.
that happens. But we went to Venice in 2004. It was pretty cool.
I'd love to go to Venice.
That's fucking dank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
trip.
It's beautiful.
The place we stayed was like, you know, you got a window that's like got grates on it from like the 1600s, and just looking at another wall. Like, you don't really. We didn't stay on one of the
Beautiful.
waterfront. We were like, it was like a hostel. Beautiful, gorgeous bricks. Best bricks I've ever seen.
Top quality masonry, boy.
Yep.
Oh,
But anyway, yeah, I thought that was just an interesting
that is
thing.
interesting. I've never heard of anything like that, but
I think they're the first city in the world to do it. So.
nice. Interesting.
Not mad at it. It's a little weird, but I kind of get it because if they're
Yeah.
trying
Get your
to,
money. Get your money,
Yeah.
Venice.
I think it just means
Yeah,
like if
there's-
people,
Not many cunts there. Fuck it.
yeah, and if it
I'll
helps,
pay to go back.
Yeah,
I don't
$10.
give a fuck.
I don't think it will help the people. I think it's just a money grab thing. But
You reckon?
Yeah, I can't imagine. They
I think
will
when it-
not improve the quality of life in Venice.
Probably no. I think that's fair. I think all it'll do is slightly reduce the amount of
Slow
tourists.
down.
Because say if
Slow
like
down?
Thing-
But if
You-
you're going to Venice, are you telling me you can't afford $3?
it's not about affording. It's maybe like you get there on the day and they're like, "Hey, where's your pass?" You're like, "I didn't know." And they're like, "Sorry, they're sold out for the day." Because they could limit how many passes
That makes
per
sense,
day,
that
which
makes
means
sense.
there won't be more than X number of people in the city ever. Type shit. So I think that's where they're coming from.
Interesting.
Going to be interesting. It also says other, you know, tourist destinations will be watching other overwhelmed tourist destinations. So they didn't say where, but my guess it would be like, I don't know, to northern Mexico, probably like some place like Hawaii, all the beach locations. I would imagine. Paris, probably fucking. What else would be like really popular? Maybe some of the beach areas in Spain or Portugal.
So Google overwhelmed
yeah.
tourist
Yeah.
destinations.
Do it up. You can see what's going on. But that would be my guess. Is that, excuse me, that would be doing it just to see if it actually works. Because I wonder if it'll. I guess if you're restricting the number of passes, that's the way to guarantee that it works. Because they're like, well, sorry guys, we only got 1,000 per day, so.
Catch count.
Most crowded
Oh,
tourist destinations.
Okay, Dubrovnik, Croatia. So that's like probably the split.
Pichu.
Machu
wanna
Picchu,
go there.
Santorini.
There.
Yeah, same. Barcelona, Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Interesting. Amsterdam. I thought about that. U.S. national parks. Iceland, eh? Maybe because
Not
Iceland's cheap. Interesting.
Warm too.
What is Iceland?
What if it's Northern Lights in this?
Stack off. Northern Lights. You can see them here.
Iceland's green
Canada.
and Greenland's cold.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
What?
Ridiculous.
They're ridiculous. Yeah, the Northern Lights you can see when we came here. It was
What's happened?
what the fuck?
I'm not sure.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
I'm not sure.
The Northern Lights, you can see it
Ricardo.
in Canada. If you go up north in Quebec and probably Ontario, you can see Northern Lights. I've always wanted to do it. It's been like on my bucket
Did not
list
know.
forever and ever. We just never got to do it because it's just like a whole thing. I don't like the cold. But
Yeah, that's also a thing.
you gotta go up there. It's probably expensive. Iceland. And then what was the last one? There was like 9 in this. Oh, boo, come on, boo, give us the last one, give us number 9, boo, boo, boo. Oh, Venice, we obviously know that, dickhead.
Fuck them.
You're fucking
I hate
dickhead.
Venice. I hate Venice.
Oh, you're fucking dickhead. You're
hate
fucking
Dude.
dickhead. Speaking of dickhead,
dickhead.
Big Sean.
Oh, big
Yeah.
short.
Oh, what did he
I
do?
like Big Sean. He buddy
He's
banged
a-
up Jhené Aiko, mate. She's Preggers.
She's
Oh,
Preggers. She's
I
up
mean,
the
as
duff.
if you
Up
wouldn't.
the duff,
I
mate.
know.
She is
She's
just
really up the
fucking
duff.
got a 6-pack in there.
She is Preggers as, mate.
He is just leaving loads, dropping
Just
stringy
leaving Big
ropes.
Sean, leaving Little Sean's in there, mate.
Little.
Ooh, I like that.
Hold on. Little shots.
There you go.
I like that.
Give me a round of applause, Dan.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Let me
There we
go.
go.
They don't have to. I was
Mate,
no,
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 he needs it.
after now.
Oh, okay, all right.
Look at that. That was good. Anyway, congrats to them.
I was bowing.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
back.
good stuff.
For people who
Really
weren't
great.
watching.
Good shit.
It was a cute us.
Yeah, thank you. I like them. They're both crazy. They seem very in love, so good for them.
Good
Happy.
for them.
That's what's up.
All right. Next,
All right.
Israel. What's this about?
The
Shouts to
fucking
Israel.
UFC.
Oh, UFC. Okay, that makes
UFC.
sense.
Israel.
Oh, it's a bloke.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
It's
shouts
from
to
New
him.
Zealand.
He's fucking Australian, mate.
Oh, no, he's Aussie. Yeah, he's Aussie. Aussie.
So what do you do? Punch him, cunt?
Basically,
He's really
he done a very iconic intro.
Oh, yeah?
Which is the Undertaker's intro in WWE. Seemed like he's dead. It's crazy.
got white eyes.
With white
Alright.
eyes, yeah.
Because
You missed out on wrestling, man. You missed
Gangsta.
out big time.
I know Banks are wrestling.
You missed out big time. Big time.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
good for him. That was fun.
The
I
entrance.
enjoyed that.
What's his
I like
name?
that a lot. What else we got here?
Oh, big.
All right. So
this
the
is
British Grand Prix. This
Yes.
is Formula One.
Formula One, yeah.
Okay. Talk to me.
And literally, as soon as the lights go out, first corner, just so
Oh.
happens. Well,
I'd be so bad.
first corner. Yo, I hate that shit. What an anti-climax, soft cock moment
So,
for Formula One.
Is he cunt dead?
First
No,
corner,
he's good.
first corner pile up sucks so bad, dude.
Here we
Big
go.
fat willies. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Man's just flipping and going,
Oh, fuck
yeah.
into the crowd, cunt.
Yeah.
Dude running up the stairwell, like, no. Oh my god, it started so far
I'd be
back.
like, I would run immediately.
run
I'd
it-
push old people out of the way.
Oh my god.
yeah,
I just
fucked.
like, fucking hell, mate.
fucked.
You'd
But then
be
the guy,
tossing Beavers.
the guy who had who was involved
Oh,
in the
the guy.
incident, he tweeted and he was fine.
He's good.
Picture of himself, no scars, no nothing.
Man's blessed.
Just cool.
Oh,
Just walked away. That's a fair
as
enough.
long as everyone's alright, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. I haven't
Wow.
seen
Is it a
something
really
that
fast
crazy.
straight then? It's a big
Yeah,
long
it's just
one.
literally, yeah. But yeah,
You know.
crazy shit.
Okay. Good for him.
Crazy
Glad he's
shit.
not fucked up. What else we
And,
got?
Close the tabs
Oh,
And now,
as we finish with them.
yeah, true. And now we got this guy.
oh, I think that. Oh, on the back of the
Oh,
fluff.
here we go, here we go.
There we go.
Love
Fluff.
this guy.
Fluff tongue. That's it, right?
Hashtag fluff.
Man's just fluff. I actually leave the tabs just because I didn't write all these things in the
Oh,
note.
fair
and I
enough.
need
Oh, yeah.
to write what we talked about in the description.
Makes sense.
All right, 103. Oh, wow, we yapped. Do we want to do any of the fun things to bring it home? Do we have anything? Unpopular opinion. To bring it back, you know?
Ooh, yeah, we
just-
need an unpopular opinion.
What's an unpopular opinion?
Let's think of it right now.
About-
Mm.
It's tough to think one off the top of your head. I've seen a bunch recently.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually just I think I followed the Reddit, the subreddit for it. I don't
Oh,
know if
yeah.
it's just called unpopular opinion or if there's like, actually
Yeah.
no, I think it might be.
/unpopular opinion.
Yeah, and maybe they
Yeah.
just have different shit that just pops up in the feed. I've been on Reddit a lot lately. I love it. It's just the best.
Reddit is so funny. It's too funny.
I feel like it's the one. It's got the best of all the
I
worlds.
should put this on the computer.
I'll put it on the computer. There you go. I
Oh,
forgot the
now
Hey,
name.
which- the
Reddit's
Reddit
letting
is-
me airdrop.
Sorry, Nosh?
That Reddit is your new Twitter.
Yes. Yes, Reddit is my new Twitter. Twitter now, I just kind of feel like annoyed by it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And
A few
then-
weeks in a row, like I started checking it for the first time in literally years. I'm barely even on it,
How do you feel?
but it's alright.
It's alright. It's alright.
Sorry.
I've only
All right, Daniel.
There we go. Let's scroll through this.
pop out.
What we got here, which is relevant.
Yeah, let's see. Even if it's like not even music related, because I know we normally do music stuff, but I feel like there's only so much you can say with music, with rap. And then
That's
it
the
gets-
thing. There's only so much.
I miss the casual, pointless nudity
In
in mainstream
mainstream
TVs
TVs
and
and
movies.
What the?
Oh,
fuck?
Casual. I feel like
bro,
there's a lot
loves
of.
sick.
I feel like it's not. It's not a thing. And if you see it, it's like.
Oh, it's-
I don't see it. But
Okay.
like, I don't know. Maybe you do see it, but I don't see it.
Maybe I haven't noticed specifically. Do I do notice? There's a lot. There's like you should never see.
Oh, Bismol is delicious and should be made a non. medicated beverage. What
the
the
Bismarck.
fuck?
These kinds of fuck.
That's a good
incredible.
one. That's hilarious.
That
I've
is
only had that
incredible.
shit like twice ever because I don't really get heartburn.
I've
Thank
never,
Jesus.
yeah. I've
Well,
never
I was
had-
talking about
And
this.
yes,
Yeah, it's like
that's
for
a
heartburn
whole-
and stuff.
It tastes like pink.
It's pink
can't
and it's
remember.
like
It
cherry.
looks like it tastes great.
I have it a bunch because I get heartburn a lot.
Right?
It's exactly. It's like Mylanta in Australia, but it's like similar.
But it's
But the
all
flavor is
is
better. That's cherry.
cherry. You said cherry,
Fun
okay, sorry.
fact: the active ingredient.
Try it again.
You should definitely. I have it often, but the active ingredients called BISMUTH, and there's a second word I forgot. But basically, I was at
Smut.
something like that. So I was in Toronto, whatever, last month, and I didn't want to say anything to her. I was like, my shit is black. Like, what the fuck, man? What's wrong with black? Not like really dark. And I'm like, oh no. And then
Oh my god.
I Googled and the different cause. I'm like, what have I got? Like, what's wrong? I went to Google it, and I found that one of the causes of black shit is too much of that bismuth stuff, the Pepto-Bismol. And I've been having it like 3 times a day because like I couldn't drink beer. It was just like killing my esophagus.
Oh my God.
I couldn't have my ginger tea because it's acidic with lemon and stuff. I couldn't have anything. So because I was having it like 3 times, it's the most I'd ever in my life had that stuff. It's just because it was just fucking me up.
It's hilarious.
That's interesting. The more you know,
Yeah.
Rainbow.
Right? What do you mean?
Dang, bro.
Syrup on eggs is delicious, but no one has agreed with me.
I
guess
agree
in
with this.
maple syrup
100%, yeah.
on
It's
eggs,
great.
but like
Done a syrup egg.
Or honey. Both are just great. You just have eggs and toast, dash bit of maple syrup. It's great. Incredible.
Hot sauce, baby.
So good.
spiders are freaking cool animals that deserve our respect.
Nah, I kind of wouldn't.
If they like,
I mean, I definitely hear that because they take care of the bugs and shit. But like, just don't come in my house, hey.
Just don't go
But
on
also,
that
when they do come in my house, I just get a little piece of paper because they're little baby guys. Because in Canada, spiders are pussies. So I grab a piece of paper and just bring them up onto the roof and put them in the garden. So like, I don't kill things.
side. I don't kill spiders. Yeah, that's okay. I don't do that.
Respect spiders, but like when you go to Australia, it's like every man for himself. If there's a fucking huntsman in your car, you're gonna have to go a fucking spider. I'm
you
sorry.
got no choice. You got no choice.
You got no choice. Like, what are you gonna fucking go 100 k's on the freeway? So I remember one time, fun story actually. I'm fucking 18, 19. I'm in the 1986 Nissan Pulsar hatchback, fucking
gang.
piece of work, righto. So we're going down the fucking freeway about 100, because I don't speed. You feel me? Anyway, so the sun's on the left, whatever. I pull down the passenger seat visor, and then guess what falls out of the fucking visor / the roof? A huntsman the size of my arm, and it falls onto the floor, and it crawls up onto the door. And I'm just like, oh, fucking hell. I'm looking for an exit. I'm looking for some way to... And so I ended up just pulling over in the shoulder in the emergency thing, get out, and I couldn't fucking find it. And I was like, fuck, cunt. So I waited, and I like looked around, looked under the seat. I looked fucking, waited. I was like... strategic with it all, like looked everywhere I possibly could. It was daytime, so thank fuck, because it would have been even more scary if it was nighttime. So then I couldn't find it. Never found it. Drove off and then never saw it again. I was just like terrified that this fucking huntsman was going to come out and gurks me on the face, bro.
So they don't bite anyway.
So-
I understand.
Well, they can't break our skin. They're just like really quick and they're scurry and they're big and they're sort of
It's
hairy.
scary.
And they're
Disgusting.
just scary. They look horrible and they can move quick when you scare them. But they're not poisonous and they can't kill you, but they're just like, fucking hell, can't like get off me, mate. So yeah, not really fun when they're in the car, eh?
No, not at all. That's fucked up, man. That's
Yeah.
really scary. I would be, I'd be annoyed.
I mean, I was kind of terrified. A bit of a difference there, mate.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, terrified, annoyed, This is a good one. Dipping French fries in fast food milkshakes. I would like to substitute that for ice cream. Is top tier. The people who disagree haven't tried it. That's
I
facts.
think it's incredible. With both milkshake and ice cream. Incredible.
Yep.
Just so good.
Rarity, but it's
I prefer the end pieces of bread.
Honestly, when I have toast with eggs, I prefer them because they become little bowls for
It's
the egg
fine.
yolk.
I think people who throw away don't eat it over exaggerate. They need to grow up.
Whack.
They need to grow up, 100%.
Butter on bagels tastes better than cream
Cream cheese?
cheese.
Fuck off.
No.
No.
Audience clapping at the end of a movie in a theater is silly and unnecessary. Yeah.
You're just hating. No.
Zendaya is overrated. I used to think that, and then I watched Euphoria, and and there's another movie called Malcolm and Marie with John David Washington, who's Denzel's kid, and her in it. Brilliant. I fuck with Denzel heavy now. I used to think she was whack, but I like it. Anything that's zippy here? Men with high body count are bad in bed. Interesting.
Mint chocolate chip is the worst ice cream.
No, mint chocolate chip
I
is
love.
lit.
You're the only person I've met who likes. I love it.
I
sick.
love mint
Everyone
chocolate
else
chip.
is like, "Oh, why do you just eat toothpaste?" I'm like, "Are you fucking come on?"
Oh,
It's so
that's
good.
harsh.
Do
That's
you like
so
it, Nosh?
funny. I'm personally, no, not a fan. I haven't had a good one.
Oh, I
It's just a
love it.
weird mint flavor.
It
But
used to be
I
my
never would-
favorite.
I would say you do my
Dis-
favorite.
man.
So
Okay,
good.
honestly, most people do shit on it. Do you know what's
Yeah.
interesting? And this is, I don't know if you probably might not have, but Nosh, you probably have mint in a stout, like a mint stout.
Oh, I have.
It's a the Rorschach stuff.
Not Rorschach. It was Bellwoods. Bellwoods. They had it was a Christmas one.
Blitzen.
Blitzen. Yes.
I remember the 10%. Okay, so it's a bit weird in stouts. I'll give it that. I think mint in stouts can be. It's cool, but I wouldn't like go out of my way for a mint.
You know what I smoked yesterday? I smoked a minted
Like a menthol.
concentrate vape, and it was
It
like
was mentholated?
having a Newport in a
Yeah.
concentrated vape, and it was still got you blitz because it was good weed in a good strain, but it was that flavor, and it tastes exactly like a fucking. It actually tastes like a minty, real spit.
That's it. That's actually pretty heavy. That's a lot of mint though. If it actually tasted like
It
that.
was. It made me cough the first. I was like, oh my god, it's very fresh, isn't it? And I had it again. I was like, actually, that's really fucking nice, cunt. But yeah, it reminded me of like a Newport / minty.
Interesting.
But it was nice.
Okay.
I'm
so,
not hate. I don't like minty stuff. Okay, it took me years to come around on like an After Eight, for example.
Gotcha. Oh, you didn't used to like those?
I like After It.
I used to hate them back in the day
After It makes me feel bougie.
forced on me, and I ate it when I didn't want to. I didn't want to eat it because I didn't want to ruin the flavor of my dinner. And I was like, I'll have it afterwards. And then I got like made to eat it. And I was like, oh, I fucked up my flavor of the dinner. So I was always like dissing the chocolate for years after that. And then, so I never had it in the right setting. And then, I was like, I do bangs with it, but I don't go after it and buy boxes of it and shit. But I know cunts that adore that shit. Like Rhino fucking loves that.
Bless you.
Okay, I
Bless
feel
us.
you. But you're supposed to
Yeah.
have it at the end of the meal. A lot of restaurants in Australia gives you the little packets of the.
Soon to have that kind of mint, like it overpowers the dinner. I want to have the dinner flavor in my mouth for longer than, however long it takes them to bring out dessert and that little cookie thing.
Oh, but is that
Chocolate thing.
they give it to you like with the bill, typically. So like,
When you're
yeah, it's like the last thing you do. You have one of them with the fucking.
Oh, that's
with,
right.
with the bill.
when
and stuff.
I first had it, it was just after dinner. I'm like, no, I want to wait. I'm like, no, have it.
Hmm.
Well, fucking
Okay.
shit now.
Interesting.
That's makes more sense when you put it like that. It means you just had it at the wrong time, which is
That's right.
Which is fair.
Now that I've had it at the right time, I actually think it's not too fucking bad, eh?
Yeah, exactly. There you fuck go. See, you fucking know.
Can you two vouch for this?
Early 90s, 80s microwaves ovens are far superior. I would go as far as to say the same technology as far as the same shit we have. Obviously, we didn't have iPhones in 1980, but like
Built better.
that's what I'm trying to say. Appliances weren't built for what's the word? There's a word. It means sort of like they make it so that everything breaks sooner.
Oh, it's made to break. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
a
know
word
what you
for
mean.
it. I forgot what it is. I'm having blank. But 1980s stuff. Like I bet if Mum still had the same 80s microwave, it'd be killing it right now.
You should see my fucking stove, cunt. You know what I should do? I'll take a photo of it. It's older than me, I swear to God. It literally says General Electric on it instead of GE, and it has the most poo brown, tan, and light brown like pinstriping on it. It is the most plain and simple oven. It is the absolute bomb. It cooks chicken wings like a motherfucker. It is the boss. I don't want to get a new oven in this place because I hope it doesn't break down because I don't want to get one because I know the new one's going to be ass compared to this absolute rugged, tried and tested, like just piece of work. It's like I have one of those ones, so
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The true school of engineering when cunts built things to last, like the stuff that dads would talk about.
Yeah, they know the vibes. The old
That's
times,
right.
The old. Know.
Your whole
Those born in the 80s, they know.
We know.
They know.
Old as fuck.
yeah.
Let's
That's right.
see if we can get one or two other ones that are cool.
Reheated soup is
Tastes
better than fresh soup.
I I
No,
don't.
no.
I don't know that.
I don't know if I have. Maybe because it gives it more time to sit.
Oh,
It's-
Yeah,
Maybe it's
maybe
more
some
marinated, like
reheated
sauce.
food, maybe.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. Ginger ale was the best soda? No, hell no.
One off.
It's horrible. I hate ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
It's disgusting.
Getting a massage in silence is 10 times better. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I think anything in that, like having a silent Uber or like
Yeah.
shit like that, I don't want to speak to you.
Clay's a good one. Condiments should not be heavy or overpower food. That's a problem here. People put ketchup on everything,
Yeah.
and I feel like it just ruins
No, I don't
everything.
Like
You gotta dab just a little bit.
My dad always used to hate when I put any sauce with food, because it's like he wants me to enjoy the actual food, and then I grew up actually thinking that I really don't want shit with like sauces with my meals, like literally barely ever have sauce in my food. But yeah,
I feel that.
I know certain things like fries. I want mayo with my fries.
Mayo with the fry or aioli, but like
Yeah.
I never would have ketchup on fries.
No way, ketchup isn't lit.
Ketchup is
Ketchup
there you
is-
go.
there you
Unpopular
go.
opinion.
No, I agree with it. as
Ketchup
well.
overrated as
I would
fuck.
never have it. It is not
I
good.
very,
It's
do you know
not
the
that
one
good.
time it's essential? An Aussie meat pie.
Meat pie.
Aside from that,
Fair enough.
I could do without it.
I hope-
Oh, actually, not in a burger. Like ketchup and mustard, that's pretty key.
Okay, ketchup and mustard and burger is kind of yeah.
And then you also have. I mean, I could do with that if you had like a fucking what's the red one? Like that sweet chili aioli or one of those type of things. Anyway, Nurse, you agree with that?
For the most part, yeah, mate.
Okay.
I do like a good ketchup, but I have like, I don't fuck with Heinz because it's too salty and full of shit. I have the French's Canadian ketchup. It tastes way more similar to the tomato sauce, the White Crow tomato sauce we used to put on proper meat pies from the bakery. So like, yeah, I definitely don't have it too much, but like if I have, you know, I don't know, like potato jams or fucking tater tots or some shit like that, or some fries, or sometimes when I have a patty, bro, I'll get a little bit of ketchup and I'll put hot sauce and I'll mix them together.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just like dip the edges, like the real crusty bits of the patty into the thing. So I got some lube, because otherwise, for the mouth pores, because otherwise like patties get mad crusty things sometimes. And so that's why.
So hang on, you use
I like
ketchup on your Jamaican patties.
Yeah, but I just kind of like I mix the hot sauce and the ketchup together, so I got a sauce, and I just kind of dip the patty in it
Okay,
on the edges to get past the crust, so it's
Little
not
bit.
like so dry.
understood. Okay, at first,
Kind of help me. Yeah, because
yeah.
Cunts gave me some ketchup, and then I was like just using hot sauce, and it was too hot because like I'm having pretty proper homemade hot sauce, and you know, it's a batty burner still. So trying to like, you know, I usually either use barbecue sauce or ketchup with the hot sauce mixed together, and then have it on the edges.
Interesting. Okay, I like that. You got it unique. Let's do this last one, and then we'll wrap it up. Most cars
man.
look terrible without a front license plate. So in Quebec, you don't have a front.
Yeah.
In Ontario, you have both.
So weird. But
It's so much better with just the one.
I think it's with both it looks better.
Oh,
With
wow.
both it looks better. Like in England, if I see a car with a number plate, that's so weird. That doesn't seeing them now, it's more normal to me now. But like, even so, it's still so weird. It doesn't look finished. The car doesn't look finished without a front number plate.
I definitely hear that. It's a weird thing to see a car with no number plate in the front. Like you have to have it on the rear. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's the only
In
place.
Quebec, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like,
there's
you
a
know,
bunch
for
of
example,
places.
if you're a fucking police cunt, like you're trying to, it's just like, why would you? I don't know. It's just weird whenever you have nothing on the front. But some cars look sicker without it, though. But then some car manufacturers make their front spoiler with consideration for the license plate square. Like, for example, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution series, like the Evo 13, Evo whatever the fuck, all those sick fucking rice cars, they fucking have they built in the front spoiler, like the WRX Subarus, like they have that little section in the front to the left hand side of the intercooler, so they can have it like kind of aero as they can, but being road/street legal.
Interesting.
But I do like it without it because it's clean. But if it's not there, it does look weird as a, you know, civilian driving a fucking car. Like, oh, it's fucking some dodgy cunt trying to, you know, because sometimes I've seen cars on the 401 in Toronto with no number plates at all, just running through the 407, ripping up the, you know,
Trying to
doing
get
it for
free, free toll roads. Cheap.
in a couple of cars with no number plates. I'm like, oh my god,
That's actually pretty
going on
funny.
a fucking. That's piss funny, that is.
I love it. Let's get the old funny. Beauty. Notice where can everyone find you online, you big fucking duffer?
Fucking duff like me at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. At Notion MTB on Instagram. At Illnote Studios on Instagram and Facebook. NotionBeats.com. IllnoteStudios.com. Give me a fucking shout, eh? Dan?
Dan Johnson on Instagram and Twitter. I just uploaded, so check that out. Check that out. And HTF GXMING on Insta and TikTok. I've been uploading quite frequently and getting thousands of views, so check that out.
Holla
at your boy.
Don't forget at Fluffy Man.
Oh yeah, and that. That's my PT account. It's my PT account. I'll show you my diet.
Finsta.
My Finsta. It's my Finsta. It's my Finsta. I'll show everyone my diet.
That's what you do.
We love it.
You know what I mean? You can get me CWFOR on Instagram and Twitter, CWTMF on Facebook and TikTok. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the flipping episode, crash that thumbs up. Just fucking give it a little slap the old subscribe button below and hit the and fucking titty twist the notification bell.
Ding!
So you know when the new drops. Follow us everywhere at The Movement Fan. We drop every Monday at 8 p.m. I don't know if we're going to record. We might film. We're not going to be here next Sunday, so maybe we'll film on Monday when we're back. We'll see what's popping. We'll keep y'all posted. In the next time, make sure you hit that at the end, the old Bad Habits outro here. There you go. Play the music. There it is. There we go. Dogs, there, get a dog up your mate. Dogs, wolf. Pat every good boy you see, mate. Yeah.
Wolf.
Don't worry, give wolf. 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 Can't fucking wolf.